the farmers' protests by sunflower farmers. They blocked that crucial highway in Pipli that connects Haryana to Delhi, and farm leaders also staged an overnight protest yesterday, and they've been demanding that their sunflower seeds should be procured at MSP. They say that they are not satisfied with the current MSP that is in place.
Right, so those farm leaders from Haryana, Punjab, Uttar Pradesh and other neighbouring states had gathered, like Vedant was mentioning, at the Pipli grain market for the MSP Dilao, Kisan Bachao, mahapanchayat to press their demands. So that is with them, stopping the people from entering as far as the Delhi highway is concerned.
That's right, and they have two demands if you talk about the farmers' unions. For one, they say that their sunflower seeds should be procured at a fixed MSP, and at the same time, they say that jailed farmers, those who were detained during that historic farmers' protests here in Delhi, those should be released. So these are the two major demands that these farm leaders have come in with. Now remember, there were also mahapanchayat leaders that had extended support to these farmers. In fact, very interestingly and significantly, wrestler Bajrang Punia was also present yesterday at location as far as these farmers' protests are concerned. So there you can see these are visuals from today morning. Now remember, yesterday they had blocked that highway, that key national highway in Pipli, and the police tried to clear the national highway. In fact, these are visuals from morning where the farmers continue to stage the sit-in protests there in Pipli at that key national highway. Their resounding demand is that sunflower seeds should be procured at MSP. Remember, the BJP government in Haryana had also tried to reach out to these farmers in other ways, trying to, in a sense, pacify them. But they continue to say that they want sunflower seeds to be procured at MSP. So these are visuals from today morning. In fact, they are a reminder of those historic protests that were staged by farmers earlier last year as well. And remember, they say that they are not satisfied with the current MSP, and that is why they are staging these protests there in Pipli. In fact, my colleague Tanishq Punjabi is on the way to Kurukshetra. Tanishq, what is the situation currently on ground? Because we know that yesterday also they continue to stage that sit-in protest overnight. They have two resounding demands. But do you think that there's some sort of attempt by the police as well to clear the national highway now? What's the situation on the ground?
Vedant, the latest is that the protesters stayed there overnight, and I don't think they are going to, move or to take back the protests. The protests have been going on for a couple of days now. So now in the wake of farmers' protests over the Haryana government not procuring the sunflower crop at minimum price, let me just tell you that CM Manohar Lal Khattar actually had transferred around 29 crore rupees to the bank accounts of around 8,500 sunflower farmers as interim relief under the Bhavantar Bharpai Yojana, that is the BBY scheme. The state government had earlier this year announced the inclusion of sunflower crop under the BBY scheme. It was not included earlier in the scheme, but it was announced later. So the scheme is basically, it's a fixed compensation to the farmers against the produce sold below MSP. So if there is any difference between the market price and the promised MSP, the government, basically gives that compensation, the difference, and matches the promised MSP. So at a press conference in Chandigarh on Saturday, Manohar Lal Khattar said that around 1,000 per quintal as interim relief to sunflowers under the farmers under BBY, and that the state would make sure the farmers don't suffer losses on their crops. Now, of course, the farmers are demanding that they want the full promised MSP. Manohar Lal Khattar, CM, on the other hand, he's saying that farmers from other states also try selling the crops in Haryana illegally. So that is why this whole protest is going on. Farmers demanding that they want an MSP, they want the promised MSP, and let's see how long it goes.